Today we're going to talk to Konnor. He's a transgender man. We're looking forward to hearing what he has to say. There's a lot of different subjects that he's lived through, and he has a whole life experience that's different than my own and most people. I'm hoping to make the conversations easier to have, to put the conversation at the forefront. It's going to be a straight white guy listening. Hey, Konnor.
Hey, Graham.
What's up, man? Thanks for doing this.
No problem. Come on in.
So, when did you become Konnor? Or when did you start seeing Konnor as your identity?
I became Konnor, just before, I think I got to age 30. And at 30 was like not quite a death toll, but I didn't expect to be alive that long. At some point, I thought I would commit suicide or die of a heart attack or something. I wasn't planning on it, but somehow, here I am at 41, I'm still alive. So I was like, I hit 30, I was like, I guess that's a milestone age to be. So I said, let me do something. I'm sleeping on my life.
What was growing up like for you?
Clearly, I think I learned early on that I was very different from other kids. I remember a very short period of going through like multiple identity crises, I guess. Like I wanted to be called by a different name, and it was always a male name. It was never like I want to be Tabitha. It was always a masculine name. And then I think once I got into like junior high, high school, I started learning more about my sexuality and how I try to identify, or at least try to, I guess, fit in. And then after high school, I went to the military, and then after the military, I started, once I got a more established understanding of myself and where that was coming from, I just started transitioning.
So it seems like a pretty big decision to go into the military. Was there any reason that brought you to the military?
College. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to educate myself. That's the only way I could pay for it. And I mean, I even went in the military, like out, but I used it, at the time when I went in the military, it was like 94, and it was witch hunt central for gays and lesbians then. So I like made up this fake girlfriend, like so no one would be bothered, no one would be threatened, or whatever. But people always were. It didn't matter.
Being a trans man, you're very masculine in a way, and I'm kind of curious about if these are traits that you already had, or the way you carry yourself, or if this is, because I mean, you just have you're like very dude-ish, you know, to say.
Dude-ish. Yeah.
I mean,
I try not to be douche bro about it.
Yeah.
I really try hard not to do it. But yeah, I mean, well, before I transitioned, I was very butch lesbian, like stud-like, but then, well, so it's kind of in my masculinity, as you see, it's very innate. It's always been there. I'm just expressing it in a different shell. I've always been masculine as far as I can remember. Even when I lived as a lesbian, it was still kind of knocking. The longer I didn't do anything about it, I guess the longer I didn't listen, the more I ignored it. It just got to the point where I couldn't ignore it anymore. I hit 30, I was like, life or death, now or never. I started transitioning in 2008. When I started taking hormones, it was frustrating that it didn't happen overnight, but once it did happen, it was like that quick. Like it took about a month or two, about 3 months of taking hormones every 2 weeks for anything to actually change physically. I think I remember I was like looking at myself in the shower, and the apartment I lived was a light in the shower, so I can see the hair grow in, but it was growing in blonde. And I was like, oh, just staring at myself in the shower, like, oh my God, that is so cool. And like, this is, the chest hair's blonde, and then the next day it's black.
So I think some of the anxiety of the cisgender and all that stuff is, what do we say? How do we say it? And labels and that kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, is there a way to educate yourself, or do you just like be okay to like be educated?
or
That's the same as asking a black person how to interact with other black people. You just ask the person. How do you identify? How do you identify as Graham? How would you like to be called? Would you like to be called he, they,
he?
she?
Yeah.
Then I call you he.
Mm-hmm.
It's that freaking simple.
Yeah.
You ask somebody.
Yeah.
Then just ask a general oracle to give you all the ways of how to treat trans people or how to treat. I mean, it's very different.
So it sounds like you're saying like all these are the personal preferences of the people, and just engage each person
As such, respectfully, treat people like a human being.
on the other side of that. Someone that is thinking about coming out or transitioning, someone that's in a hard place right now, can you impart any wisdom?
No one is going to live your life but you. In my experience, so if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. Because you're going to find any excuse possible in the book to do it, to not do it. Life is short. So you only have so much time. I could die tomorrow. I mean, if I die today, am I confident? Yeah, I'm pretty good. But if you asked me this like 10 plus years ago, it wouldn't be the same way. So I made steps in my life to make sure I don't put myself in that place again. Because rather than wanting to die, the opposite of wanting to die is wanting to live.
So you found out like how you want to live. It sounds like.
Even if I died today, I'm living the best possible me I can be right now.
So what does the future look like for Konnor? I mean,
I don't know. I'm getting a little sketchy about the gray hairs I'm getting now. I'm like, and I just trying to shave them off real quick so I don't see them again. So I don't know. I'll hopefully I'll still be married to my wife, and we'll both be living happy and fat and making enough money to afford a house. Doing the things I want to do. Want to make sure she's happy, and I got to make sure I take care of her. 5, 10 years from now, I'm still gonna be Konnor. I may be a little fatter, maybe a little grayer, maybe a lot more bolder. I'm still gonna be me though.